Hi, I'm Di with Sister Chicks Quilting, and as you can see, I'm in my garage quilting studio, and I have a very special guest with me today. Would you introduce yourself?
I'm Raina.
And Raina, you know what? I've never known how old you are. I always forget. You're 14?
I'm 15 years
You're
old.
15. That means she's probably going to take driver's ed soon, right?
Yeah, I get my license.
Oh my gosh. Here in Idaho, you get your license at age 15. Raina actually works for me. She cleans for me, and I love it. And she said, hey, I'm doing track. And well, just you go ahead and tell the story.
So I do track, and I know it's really cold usually at track meets, and so I was wanting like a quilt because it'd be nice to keep warm. And so I came and asked if she could help me make a quilt.
And Raina knows I'm a sucker for teenagers. I love them. So I showed her what we could do, and she was all in, right? Pretty exciting. These are the Emmett Husky colors, this blue that you see on here. And we are going to make Raina a quilt. It's going to be a two-sided cuddle or Minky quilt. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. And then we're going to do something fun with it. We are going to straight line applique your name on the quilt. So there'll be no question whose quilt it is, right?
Yep.
Okay. The first thing we need to do, Raina, is measure 2 yards of fabric.
Okay.
So put that at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 yards is, want to pull it down a little so it's,
So it's straight.
Yeah. So 2 yards is 72 inches, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go, to 72 inches, which is right here. I'm going to make you come and hold this.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of use my scissor. It's not cutting, but I'm making a line in the nap where I want to cut. And then I'm going to start cutting. So 72 inches is taller than you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Good deal. Then we're going to cut a second piece because this is going to be the backing and we'll want a top, okay?
Yep.
How do you want your name? Do you want your name, so the blanket's going to be the width this way and the height this way. Do you want your name going down one side, maybe across the bottom or across the top? What do you think?
I think I want it across the top.
Across the top.
Or on the side of them. I'm very indecisive.
I think it would be cute going down the side.
Okay.
So you'd be holding your blanket and it would say R-A-Y-N-A. Okay?
I think that would be good.
That would be, I do too. Because we're having to cut some of this off and it's a little long, you hold those.
Okay.
And we're going to load this. All right, Raina, what we're going to do now is clip this onto the long arm, the backing. Now, Raina has opted for the quilt to be 65 inches wide by 72 inches long. Do you want to help out at all with this?
Sure.
Okay. Fold it up about here.
Okay.
Start on this side here and just let me give it a little bit of a tug and then push it, snap it down with your hands.
Like that?
Yep, just like that. And then we'll do
one more
on the end.
Flip that over.
Now I could go get a small one, but I have enough big ones. We'll just do a big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. There.
Yeah, we probably want a little bit less. There we go.
Okay.
Has to be out here. Hold it.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're going to roll it up. it's a little harder on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hold it down.
Okay.
And I want you to put a clip right where my finger is, hold it down. Perfect.
Okay.
And smash that puppy down. Okay.
I think it's in.
Good job. Did we get it all on?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to do this side. Yeah, they'll stick together.
Okay. So to here?
Give
or do you
it.
want it all the way?
Yeah,
right
that's
there?
good.
Okay.
Nice. And this side.
To right there, probably.
This, hold it, hey, hang, oh, there we go. Okay, this is nice having help, you guys. And while she's doing that, I'll get a little short one for the end.
Okay. I probably could have slided this one down a little more.
That's okay. We have all kinds of little short sides.
Okay.
There's a little basket of little tiny ones here. Okay. So what we need to do is roll it up and get ready to cut our batting.
Okay.
Would you like to roll?
Sure.
Oh, you know what? I think I better roll.
Okay.
Because I want to keep the tension. So we're going to roll this way,
Okay.
taking this off. And we're going to keep this. We're going to keep all of the quilt on the bottom, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Raina has picked out a design that we're going to quilt on it. She runs track, so we have track shoes. It's pretty cool. And by the way, because I'm using, what in the world? Because I'm using Cuddle and it's a little stretchy, I'm going to put this on so it's not tight because it's going to stretch this way.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done enough Cuddle that I can put it this way and not stretch it. You know what? We're just going to use scrap batting.
Okay.
It'll be less money for you to work off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are out of batting, so we're going to Frankenbat this for you.
Okay.
Do you know what Frankenbatting means? How did Dr. Frankenstein put Frankenstein together?
By like putting pieces together.
Right. And so we need to see if this is wide enough. Remember, we're looking for 65 inches. Want to pull that down and see if we have 65 inches?
Oops, sorry. We have 66, so we
just barely. We do. So we're going to put this batting down, and then when the design comes up, we'll put another piece, and we'll attach them together while we're quilting them. It's kind of fun to do, Raina.
Okay.
And we call that Frankenbatting. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
All right. What do we need now? We have a bottom. We have a middle.
We need a top.
Oh, we do. Want to grab the top, and you
Yep.
and I will put the top on?
Mm-hmm.
Now, because this is slippery, it's going to slide. So I am going to pin it down in a couple of places, okay?
Okay.
We want the selvages to go to the top. Remember what the selvage was? There's a cut edge and there's a selvage edge. Which
Okay.
is a cut edge?
This
Okay,
one.
here, let me have that selvage edge.
Yep. And then the cut edge is the other side.
Uh-huh. You know what we haven't done, Raina, is you and I have not picked out thread.
Oh no.
So I want you to go to the thread drawer. See if you can get a blue that matches this.
Okay.
It's the top left drawer where all my blue thread is. So let's see if you can come up with a dark blue thread.
This one?
I feel like we need to have more batting. That'll be perfect, actually. Okay, so I'm going to put this second piece of batting right here, and we're going to go all the way to the edge, all right?
Okay.
And then I'll have to get a pair of scissors to cut it. So when I Frankenbat, some people sew it together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Because the design I'm using, we're going to keep that one out so we can add it some more. The design I'm using is going to sew it down itself.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to lay this on here like that, and I feel much better that that batting goes all the way to the end now.
Yeah.
And there we go. So let's see what you picked. She picked some Bora Bora. You've got to run some bobbins.
Just pull it through like this.
Nope, at the very bottom.
Right.
Okay,
here?
see, yep, okay, Raina, go ahead. We've changed the thread, pull it through.
And then the blue.
Keep pulling.
Okay.
Stop.
There you
go. Okay, thank you.
You're
and
welcome.
Then she already knows where my garbage can is. That, you know what that's like for a teenager? Power. I've checked and my machine is threaded correctly. And we're going to test our bobbin, and then we're ready to lay down the design.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So the one thing we always do is we toe a gauge every bobbin to make sure it has the right tension. We're going to load the bobbin and baste the quilt down. Now remember that batting that we just laid on top right here?
Yes.
It's never going to show in the quilt. And this is the first stitch that's going to stitch it down.
Yeah.
It's going to hold it in place. And then we're going to come straight down the side like so.
Okay.
And then we stitch down the other side and we lay the design out.
Okay.
And Raina has no idea what she's doing. She just knows this is fun. You've seen it run before, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So what we're going to do is mark off our area. First things first. We're going to start right up here. And we're going to go down here. We're going to follow that line we stitched down to the end. And we're going to click. And then we're going to come back. And it says click on the lower left corner of the E to E. So we're going to click here. And then we have to put the quilt length set up.
Okay.
And we were going to do this at 65 inches, right?
Yes.
So we're going to put 65 in here. Now what Raina's decided to do is we're putting track shoes in with wings on them. On a 1-inch grid. So we're going to do a couple of rows of 1-inch grids, and then we're going to do your name.
Okay.
And I think you'll like the name.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. So going to the edge, do me a favor and take this all the way down and put it on the stitching line.
On the top corner?
The side.
So just like right there?
And pull it down on that stitching line. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Do you want me to move it down anymore?
Nope. Nope. So do we want your name here or here?
Or
Here it's a little close to the middle.
Are we doing it sideways like this though, I thought?
Oh, shoot. So the shoes are going to be going up and down. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to put your name so it's going R-A-Y-N-A, but it's going to be going down like that.
Okay. That works. So
do you want to do it on the second row rather than that's too close to the middle.
I feel like the second row would be good.
Okay. So we don't want to stitch this second row. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trick the machine. We're going to highlight the second row. We're going to tell it it's stitched already. And it won't stitch that. It'll think it's already sewn.
Okay.
And it'll just skip it, and then we'll put your name in.
Sweet.
So won't that be fun?
Yes.
Okay. One last thing I want to check is the top loop, making sure we have enough. Okay, that's the very top. Okay. So, Raina?
Yes.
Would you like to start the machine?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So, take the mouse and hit start quilting. And the mouse, click on it.
Okay.
Then it's going to come over here. It's going to drop a stitch to start it. We're going to do this and hold it. Push that button. So your shoes are going to go up and down.
Okay.
Oh, this is exciting.
That's so cool.
What we're going to do here is put Raina's name in because the school colors are blue and white. I've laid down a piece of white Minky. We're just going to do an applique right around this, then we're going to trim it, and voila, your name is going to be there. Raina wants to have the R going like this with the bottom here, A-Y-N-A. So when she's wrapped up in the blanket, this edge is going to say Raina, coming down just like that, which I think is very cool and edgy. So I switched to another screen. I'm going to go ahead and draw a boundary on here so I don't stitch on top of the stitching that's already here. Let's see. There's our boundary. And then I'm going to drop my letters in. And then we're going to drop the edge of them all on the same line. Then the N. It's a good thing your name isn't too long, Raina. Do me a favor and take this down to the end of the white fabric.
Okay. On the top or?
On the top. Stop. All right. We have room to bring this down is what I wanted to know. Are you ready for some fun?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to pin these on.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. That's the inside of the R. Have some special scissors that we're going to use. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to use my special scissors. They're a blunt edge, so they're not going to cut anything. They're my gingers. I think I'll start down here because I'm right-handed. And I'm going to cut right along the edge. Now, the cuttle does not fray. It just puts little pills out, or little fluffies, but it stops doing that after a while. Okay, look at that. I don't know how we're going to get in the middle. Not with these scissors.
That's for sure.
We may want to, I don't know. Here, let's see if we can pull this piece up without pulling the other piece up. Gosh. I think what I want to do is cut out the A hole. Oh, sorry. We're going to cut out the center of the A when it's off the long arm.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Whoops.
Does this need to be pulled over just a little bit?
So this is the next day. Raina and I were in the long arm room last night and we were so tired, but we got this quilt quilted and we're almost done with it. We just have a little bit of the binding to do, Raina.
Yeah. This is so cool. How did you do the binding?
Oh, the binding is the same fabric. It's the cuddle, just like the quilt. And I have a video on it. You really can't see how I bind this one because it's all the same color. There's really no contrast to see. But I'll link the video down below if you want to know how I bind with Cuddle or Minky, whatever you want to call it. I'm rounding my last corner. You're not excited, are you?
No, I'm excited.
So when is your next track meet, Raina?
My next track meet is actually this Friday.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, this Friday. So you'll have a really nice quilt to keep you warm.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to be windy, I think.
Oh,
That day, or colder.
yeah, spring blustery weather is rough. So I just rounded my last corner. I'll tell you what the hardest thing was on this quilt. Can you guess what it was?
Cutting out the things.
Yes.
Cutting out the
A-hole. The A-holes. I'm sorry for the vulgar thing, but look. It's the hole in the middle of the A. Cutting out the A-hole. We're naughty. What we did, I took it off the long arm. And I put my fingers, see how my fingers pointing up through this? I pulled it off the back. I pulled everything to the back like this. I'll wad it up. And then I just picked up the white part, pulled it until I was sure that I had it away from this. And I just punctured a little hole with my sharp shears. And then it was pretty easy to cut out after that. Oh my gosh, you guys, 10 inches left. Here we go. Before we start, I went and had my nails done this morning. And I went kind of crazy. I usually don't. Do you guys want to, should I show them my nails?
Yes.
All right. So I can't believe I did it. I totally went with Easter. So see the little chicks? There's an egg on top and an egg on the bottom. And then on this hand, that's a green egg on top right here. So, and these are supposed to be eggs. But I know that eggs and Easter bunny aren't the real reason for Easter, but I just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready. Raina, if you want to pull the chair back.
Yeah.
Without getting that other quilt. Just ignore the quilt on the wall behind you. Okay.
Okay.
Take that end and let's... Oh my heavens. Rayna. I think you need to model it. You wrap it around yourself.
Okay.
So the Raina shows. Yeah, because this is what she's going to do.
Like that?
It's nice and long.
Yeah, it'll be perfect because then...
Okay, you need to make this side a little bit. There we go. Okay, now stand back by the chair as close as you can. You can see it says Raina on it. Turn to your left.
Like that?
Stop. Okay, what do you guys think? And here's the bottom of it, Raina. Isn't that fun? Those letters are about 10 inches. And then wrap it around and turn around front. So,
Like that?
oh my gosh. You think it'll work?
Yes.
Oh, you'll be the warmest track star
I
ever.
will. It'll be so warm.
Yeah. I appreciate you asking me to make it. So just so you know, Raina she helps me clean the house, and we figured out a price, and so she's gonna do several cleanings to, without me paying her, so she can pay off the price, and it's her way of earning this lovely sports quilt.
Yep.
So I hope you had fun, but I want to show you something else. I've had a couple of people want to know about the Christmas star scrap quilt I made that's finished. And I'm going to take the phone downstairs. We're going to show off that quilt. Raina can help me show it so you guys can see the binding, the backing, and everything, because, oh, it's such a phenomenal quilt. So let's take a look at that right now. All right, this is the quilt that everybody has been asking about. This is my Christmas Star Scrappy quilt. This quilt is made with 90s retro fabric. We'll zoom in a little bit, and everybody wanted to see the binding was interesting. We're making the binding. Patricia had picked out some red and white candy stripe, and you know what? It just did not go with it, period. It looked terrible. And I had this red in my stash, and it's a darker red. It's an old piece, and it looks so good with the fabric. So we were really excited about that binding. It's quilted in Christmas memories, old-fashioned things. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'd like to thank my professional quilt holders. I have Raina and the engineer behind the quilt, and they're doing such a good job. There they are. You gonna peek? Oh, there they are. Raina and the engineer, you guys are the best. Yep. How about showing us the back? Can you flip it and show us the back? Isn't the back terrific? She did a really good job picking out the back. And I'll zoom in one more time so you can see it. I think that back is just phenomenal. It's very watercolory and Christmas mountainy cottage, everything. So we had fun making this quilt, didn't we, Raina?
Yep.
We did. I want to thank you for asking me to make you a quilt, because I love doing this. Mm-hmm. And you guys can do it on your long arm if you have a long arm. You can do it on a domestic. It's just 2 yards of top and 2 yards of bottom Minky, and look what you get. Should we hold it up?
Yep.
Let's hold it up so everybody can see. So the quilt is 65 inches square, give or take an inch, and that's just going to be perfect for a cold little track star to wrap up in when the wind comes.
Yep.
Before I say goodbye, I want to remind you of a couple of things. I'm going to England. I would love it if you would come with me. It's on July 23rd, I believe, right around there. But there's a link to all the information about my England trip on my website, sisterchicksquilting.com. It's going to be a blast. And I'm going to be teaching English paper piecing. Do you know what that is, Raina?
No, what's that?
That's going to be your next quilting lesson.
Ooh.
She's crafty. She likes doing this. It's not too late to get a ticket to the 3 Quilt Amigas. That's mine, Tracy, and April's retreat that we have in Hamilton, Missouri, coming up on April 28th through May 2nd. I want to thank you all for tuning into my channel. My channel's successful because of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. I have another big video that I'm in the middle of editing right now. You saw it on the wall up in my sewing room. And until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye.